For this exercise, you were asked to create a quick filter reset button using bookmarks. And this is a pretty easy, pretty standard exercise. In fact, creating the bookmark is the easiest part. It's easier than creating the button. All we want to do is we want to make sure that no slicers are selected, that there's nothing going on that's filtering this page in any way. And we're going to create a bookmark that saves those settings. And we can call this bookmark something like reset button. That way, when we click on it, for example, if I make some slicer selections over here, I'll pick a couple of states. That way, when we click the reset button, it'll reset all of our slicers because when we created it, no slicers were selected. So now let's create our reset button. What we're going to do is we're going to go to Insert under our Power BI desktop ribbon. We're going to grab a button, and I'm going to use the reset button for this. I'm just going to add that somewhere where it's out of the way, where I can easily find it. And I'm going to turn on the action for that button by going to the Visualizations pane and scrolling all the way down to Action. I'm going to select a type of bookmark. I'm going to set that bookmark to my reset button, so that now all users have to do is just control click this button to activate that reset bookmark that we created. I'll make some slicer selections and just demonstrate that it's working. So I've selected 3 titles, activate the button, everything seems to be working. Now we're just going to do some additional quick formatting on this button that was optional, but still something very cool if you can manage to pull this off. Let's configure this button so that when users hover over it, it turns a different color, or at least the icon does. So I'm going to change the icon type to on hover, and I'm going to change the color to just kind of a red when users hover over it. Seems to be working. If I hover over it, the reset icon turns red. And I'm also going to set some text on that button that will only appear if users hover over it. So currently, there is no text by default. But if I change it to on hover, I can enter something like click here to reset filters. And that should activate only when users hover over it. There it is. I have this text set to right alignment, so I can squeeze this in just a little bit. And you can also make the text a little bit larger just to help people read it. And there you go. That's all you have to do to create your reset button. And again, if you're in Power BI Desktop, you have to hit Control click to activate that bookmark. Users who are using this report online, they wouldn't have to hit Control. They would just have to hit the button and activate the bookmark to reset all slicers and filters.